Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, looking at a new flashlight from a new company. This is from a company, I believe it's pronounced Folomov or Folomov. These guys reached out to me, said, hey, we've seen some of your other videos. Would you be interested in checking out this flashlight? It is their EDC C4 flashlight. I like the size. It runs off an 18650, so as soon as they reached out to me, I thought, yes, let's check it out. I've just been intrigued in the last couple of months, a bunch of new flashlight companies that I've been, just kind of exploring because there's always new companies coming out and always new gear to check out. So let's give you the rundown on this, and then we're going to EDC it for a while and show you what it looks like in use at night, and then you can decide what you think about this flashlight from this new company, Folomov. Let's talk about what you get when you order the light. It will come with the light and an included 18650 battery, which is nice. You do get some extra O-rings as well. You get a little lanyard here, which if you guys have watched my videos, I'm not huge on lanyards, but nice that they throw it in. And then you also get this charging cord, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about this because it looks like just, a standard micro USB charging cord that you're like, I got tons of those, I'll replace this one. But this one you need to keep because it works in a particular way with this flashlight, which allows you to charge it, but also charge other items off of this light, which is pretty cool. As far as your outputs, it's going to give you 10 lumens, 75 lumens, 200 lumens, and then 1200 lumens at that highest setting. It also has a strobe and an SOS setting, and that's going to run at 1200 lumens, and then a beacon setting, and that runs at 400 lumens. It's IPX6 rated, and it's drop resistant to 1 meter. They gave the weight here in grams and then the size in millimeters, so let me read that to you. 50 grams without the battery, 25.4 by 25.4 by 99 millimeters. Let me roll that in inches and ounces on the screen here so you can see what that looks like as well. I can tell you that, again, when I saw it, I was like, compact. This is about the size I like. I do prefer an end pressure switch. This doesn't come with that, but 1200 lumens, I can charge it using this included cord, and then I can also charge items off of it. I feel like there's a lot of wins just at the basic level. So with that said, I'm going to show you some close-ups of the light. We'll talk about the charging process for the light and also charging items off of the light, and then we'll take it out into the darkness and use it. All right, so here's a quick look at the charging process. You can see I've got the cord with the USB end plugged into my iPhone adapter into the wall, and it's flashing red, and that means it's charging. And I'll show you the back here. That's where it's plugged in. So that's a simple enough process to actually charge it, to charge up the battery that's inside the flashlight. Now let's show you what it looks like to use the flashlight and the power in that light to charge another item. Okay, what we've got here is the flashlight, micro USB to the USB end. And then plugged into that port is my iPhone charger, which goes around and is plugged into there. And then we'll just show you that you can see up here that little lightning bolt, I guess you would call it, is showing that it is charging. Okay, test number one. We are out here on my front porch. We're looking at some chairs and my son's bike. That's about 5-10 feet away. So let's run through the different settings here. First, we're looking at 10. You can see a little bit of a reflection off the chairs there. They're up to 75 now. Definitely better there. 200. Good, and then up to 1200. Obviously, that is a ton of light coming out there. I will note that now as I tap the light, it's going to scroll back down. So it doesn't go to the highest setting and then all the way down to the lowest. It's going to work its way back down the scale. So there's back down to 10. 75, 200, 1200. Okay, we're looking at my minivan, which is about 35 feet away, and we're going to go through the settings again here. So here it is at 10. You can see a little bit of the reflection there. 75, you can definitely make out the minivan. 200, yep, even better. You can see some chairs in the driveway there. And then 1200, absolutely. So I'll go back down. There's your 200. 75 and your 10. Let's go back up to the 200 level here. I will tell you, shining it at the van, I can see most of the driveway. I can see pretty comfortably probably about 75% of the driveway here. Now at the 1200 level, when I'm shining it at the car, obviously I can see the car. I can see those lights over there, and I can see probably I would say like 85% of the driveway. What I'll tell you is that it definitely has a hotter center. I mean, you can see that center just looking right there on the grass. You can see that's quite a hot center. We do have some rings. I don't know if I would call them a significant artifact, but you can definitely see the rings as far as from the lens. But hot center, and yet still quite a good spill from the center out. I'm walking up the side yard now. This is at the 75 lumen output, and looking up the side, and I can see pretty well. Would I want to walk around in the dark woods with this output? Yeah, I'd feel pretty comfortable at the 75. Down to the 10, this is good for around camp. I mean, you can see a little reflection there off the ground, but definitely not something I'd want to go for a long hike with just that amount of light. So it's 75 here. There's the 200. And then we'll go back up to 1200 here. And that lights up this entire side yard quite effectively. You can see, I mean, off the off-white of that house, that definitely reflects quite well. Let's go back down to the 200. Walk back here, see if we can see anything interesting. So no wildlife out here tonight. Looks pretty quiet. This is the 10 lumen output. So obviously you can see, you know, when I'm shining at my face up close like this, so you could imagine, you know, dropping something in your car at night or having to get around your house at night. Yeah, this nice low output, you could get around without shining a ton of light and, you know, waking a bunch of people up. Okay, we're looking at the side of my house now, and we're going to go to the strobe settings. So strobe warning. That's a double click, and that'll get you the strobe. Double click again to SOS here. And then we're going to go to beacon. And you can see that kind of fades up and then fades down. I really like that setting. As far as, you know, when you want to get someone's attention, let them know you're around. This thing, it's not, you know, giving you a ton of output and wasting your battery life. Yeah, kind of a cool beacon setting. I like that. I have to kind of cover up the light here, but you can see that the button glows green when the light is on, which, yeah, I mean, it's neither here nor there necessarily. That's also how you're going to figure out how it's charging. But I will tell you that the button is a good size. It doesn't feel like on some other lights that have the side pressure switch, they're just a little bit too small for my preference. So again, I would always prefer an end pressure switch, but that side button is definitely a good size, easy to actuate with your thumb. All right, we've had a chance to see the light in use, and I've carried this for a bit, so let me give you some thoughts on it. First off, price point is right at 50 bucks, so I think it's $49.95, $49.99, depending on where you pick it up. I've done some research, and as far as 1,000 lumens of output and including an 18650 battery, this is on the very reasonably priced end of things. So there are other lights where you can get, you know, around 1,000, a little bit less than 1,000 from well-known companies like a Phoenix or something like that, but you're not getting the battery included. So as far as what you're getting, as far as your output and the battery included and some of the other features, I think that's quite good. The fact that you can use this as a flashlight, you can charge the 18650 battery in the light and then charge items off of the flashlight. I think that's pretty cool too. There's more and more technology that's coming out like that, or that more and more people are including in flashlights. But you know, this is a very compact little size, and you're able to charge, you know, your phone, your iPad, whatever it is. So I think that's another win too. As you saw in the video, it does have a pretty hot center there, so just be aware that some people want something that's got a much more balanced output. This is definitely a hotter center, and then your spill coming off of that. I do like the SOS feature and the strobe feature, and then the beacon feature I think is a win as well. So a couple things I would change. First, you can see the clip here. Just watch. It does move. It's not terrible, but it does move a little bit more than I would like it to. So, you know, if this did get caught on something, it would be able to pop off. I don't know if I'd say easily, but more easily than I would like. So I'd like to see them extend the clip around the back a little bit more so it's a little bit more secure. This isn't like a huge issue, but you have this base plate here. You don't have an end pressure switch. You don't have to plug anything in there. I would just make that magnetic. Boom, you could tack that, you know, stick that under the car hood, put it on the refrigerator, whatever it is. I think that could be a win to have that as an option in this light as well. One other thing is I'd like to see a little bit more texturing on the light. Some of the new O lights have texture, and it's kind of like a 45-degree angle, so it's like these lines going around. That looks actually pretty cool, and it gives you good grip as well. So I guess I would say the major thing to be aware of with this company is that you're getting I think a pretty good value for 50 bucks. Battery included, you can charge the battery, you can use this to charge other things, over 1,000 lumens of output. The main thing is just exposure of this company, you know, so Surefire, Streamlight, Phoenix, ThruNight, Olight, those are all companies a lot of people are familiar with. Folomov or Folomov, not a lot of people know about and have been using them very long. So if you have any experience with this light or other lights from this company, let's hear it in the comments section down below. What do you like? What are things you change? I'll pass that information on to the company. And then also, if you're watching this and you want to find out more, check out the comments to see what other people's experience is so far. Again, for me, you know, when it comes to like the ultimate EDC flashlight, my preference is about this size, end pressure switch, 18650 battery or 2 CR123s. Probably around 1,000 lumens of output is what I'm looking for. So this it ticks a lot of those boxes for me, and then we'll just have to see kind of what the long-term use looks like when it comes to the EDC C4 from Folomov or however you pronounce it. All right guys, thanks for checking out the video. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids here on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care. Wow, that was enthusiastic. They gave the weight in grams. Woo. Hey there.